McGee TV.
Welcome back, McGee TV viewers. Last month I took a trip for my real job to Wichita. It was my first time in the Midwest. I had a really good time. I ate some really good food out in Wichita. I got me this really cool Wichita hat right here. This is the city's flag. It's got a Native American symbol right there in the middle that means home and happiness. While I was out in Wichita, I stumbled upon something I hadn't seen in a very long time, an actual arcade. Not a bowling alley with a few arcade machines, not a game store that happened to have an arcade in it, but an actual arcade. Games all over the place, all sorts of different machines from different eras. In fact, the place is called The Arcade. That's where I got this really cool t-shirt right here. I've got sitting right here a little home arcade console that I had as a kid. This one right here, I used to play this all the time. It takes 4 C batteries in it, and fortunately enough, it still works. So I thought I'd muse a little bit about my past with different arcades and talk about, how exciting it was to go in and see these old machines. There's really nothing quite like sitting down and playing an old arcade machine or one of the stand-up machines from the 80s and 90s. There's not an experience quite like that. Sure, you can emulate games or you can buy emulated versions for consoles, but it's not the same thing. So I got some really cool footage. They were kind enough to let me film in there a little bit after I told them I was a YouTuber, so let's take a look at what I got. So this is the shirt I got from the arcade. It says, "Where the game is never over." It's the arcade's located at 139 North Meade in historic Old Town Wichita, Kansas. I was eating dinner one night with some of my coworkers, and I was walking back to the hotel over in Old Town, and I saw the place and I just knew I had to go in. As you can see, you got Pac-Man right there in the middle of the logo. We've got the infamous level 256 kill screen. The internal memory for Pac-Man can only go to level 256, otherwise it would just loop infinitely. I thought that was a really neat touch. The back of the shirt lists the 77 arcade machines and a few of the pinball machines available at the arcade. These range from 80s classics like Defender and Donkey Kong to 90s hits like Mortal Kombat and Maximum Force. While visiting Wichita, I stayed at a hotel in the Old Town area, only a few blocks away from the arcade. I really enjoyed the art and architecture of the area. The neon signs of the arcade harkened me back to an earlier day of playing at the Tilt Arcade in the Savannah Mall in the 1990s. I loved playing Final Fight, Street Fighter II, and Revolution X. I remember playing Pit Fighter at the Food Line in Hinesville and San Francisco Rush at the local Walmart. As a kid, I often wondered if consoles would ever have the amazing graphical power of arcade machines. Open Thursday through Sunday, the arcade does not operate like your usual arcade of yesteryear. For a $10 admission, you are free to play on any of the available arcade machines as long as you like during operating hours. The admission is $8 for children 10 and under. With the exception of the pinball machines, all of the arcade machines are set to free play mode. The pinball machines in classic fashion cost 50 cents per play. The arcade also offers a variety of party packages. I found myself impressed with the amount of gaming history in the arcade. There's a wall dedicated to the famous arcade world keeper organization Twin Galaxies. Another wall features a Mortal Kombat Wall of Fame with autographed headshots of the game's creators and actors. Sitting down in an Afterburner 2 arcade cabinet, I was taken back to my childhood as I looked at the artwork on the outside and inside of the machine. Instead of holding the typical dual analog stick controller, I grabbed the metal flight stick and blasted off to shoot down enemy fighters. I had forgotten the sights, sounds, and feel of an arcade. The experience of playing games with the small, clicky joysticks of the 80s arcade machines like Elevator Action, the steering wheels of racers like San Francisco Rush, the machine gun Uzis of Operation Wolf, and the bicycle handles of Paperboy cannot be replicated with an emulator and a USB controller. Playing these games on original hardware as intended is well worth the price of admission, and I highly encourage my viewers to check out the arcade should they ever find themselves in Wichita, Kansas. This is not a sponsored video, I just had a really great time there, and I think it's a lot of fun, so check it out. If you enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button. We appreciate any feedback regarding our content, so please feel free to leave a comment below. If you want to see more awesome McGee TV content, then please click the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications of future videos. Evan and I put out new videos weekly. If you'd like to support the channel, then please share this video on social media or visit our website at www.mcgeetv.com, where you can order McGee TV branded clothes and various other cool gifts from our Cafe Press store. Also check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/McGee Television or Instagram and Twitter at McGee_TV. Check out Evan's Twitch stream at XXScissor, XX Gaming, and my stream on McGee_TV. And as always, thanks for tuning in.